G'day mates, Nilos here and welcome back to Asagao Academy. Last time, I finished Gerard's route. Now, we are going to go on to our second boy to date. And I think I'm going to go with Paul.
Aww.
For a couple of reasons. One, I actually already did a Let's Play of this, but I've forgotten most of it. So, we're going in again. I've decided to ask Paul. I burst into laughter. Marvelous. Paul? The one who constantly leads you into the most embarrassing situations of your life? Well, it's not just him who does it. I knew you were a glutton for punishment. Well, go on.
What?
What?
Uh-huh.
Go on, get your man. Oh, wait, you mean now?
Yeah!
Yeah, of course. I hit me on the back and practically shoved me towards the door. As I began to leave, my legs turning to jelly, small pink blobs filled my vision. What? Go! I was tossing cherry blossom bells over my head. Go get somebody to notice you! Why? Yes, I'm reading this again, because if you didn't watch the Gerard route, you didn't hear this. Mai beamed at me.
Yeah!
No time to talk, Hana. This is gonna be your big day. You're a main character. Unless you mess up real badly, you'll definitely get a good answer. I've messed up a lot, though. Just go! With the final shove, I was out the door. Now, where would I find him? I wandered around Asagao for a full hour, absolutely clueless as to where I could find a single member of Continual. They were always off somewhere doing something, always getting down to shenanigans or setting up some kind of plot. Even when someone saw them in the library or the cafeteria, they were gone by the time I went to check. It seemed like a wild goose chase. Eventually I crawled up to the 4th floor of Asagao, acting as if I were checking my locker for something. I rested my head on the cool metal surface. How was a girl to find them?
Hana!
Hey, Hana, how are you? Ah! Paul stood behind me, visibly surprised. You alright? Yeah, no, I'm fine, what did you need? You're going to the flower festival, right? It's a good opportunity to get to know Higanbana. Small towns like this aren't really my thing, but it's got a good bit of history behind it. Might help you feel more at home. I heard Higanbana was steeped in culture and traditions, but it seemed like Asagao Academy students were changing the dynamic of the town quite a bit. Even for the flower festival, it was custom to give someone a flower to ask them to go with you. Clearly nobody did that anymore. I twisted my hands. If Paul was bringing it up, was he asking me, or... I came to ask him, but he was bringing it up in a friendly fashion. Maybe he didn't see me that way. I think so. Maybe if she doesn't get a date. You aren't going with anyone? Me neither.
Really?
Really now? My throat tightened. So he was planning on asking me? Was this his way of letting me know I could ask if I was interested? Or was he making casual conversation?
Well...
Yep, not too bummed about it though. I've been every year, and it doesn't usually turn out well. For the girl at least, I have a great time. What's that? I don't actually know. Maybe it was the wrong person, or maybe I had something stuck in my teeth. Every year? I had no idea what he was trying to accomplish. And that would be weird, having something stuck in your teeth every year. Well, I came here to ask him to the festival. Might as well try. Actually, now that you brought it up, I thought it might be cool if I could go with you this year. I winced. There it was. I did it. Good job, Hana. Paul seemed visibly taken aback, even a bit confused.
Really?
Even after I told you about the last ones I went to?
Yeah.
Of course. You've been really nice to me since I got here. I managed to make friends with everyone primarily because of you. It'd mean a lot to me to attend my first flower festival with you. In that case, of course I'll go. I didn't know you rated my stupid little acts of kindness so highly. Especially considering that They were usually to make up for unintentional harm. I hope it gets better than the last few years did. It goes better, excuse me. Don't worry, I'm sure it will.
Alright.
Right, so we'll pick you up tomorrow night? Sounds fine to me. Wait, did he say we? I looked at his eager eyes and bright smile. Nah, it was probably a slip of the tongue.
See ya.
See you then. I woke up late the next morning, the day of Flower Festival. I was buzzing with anticipation. Anticipation! But because of that, it took me forever to wake up. Now it was almost noon. I rubbed my eyes as I arose.
Hana.
Hey there, sleepyhead. Good morning. You slept even later than I did. That's impressive, Hana. I sat up in bed, something on the edge of my desk caught my eye.
Hey,
What's that?
I don't know.
Oh, that? A letter for you. Came in the mail this morning, so I just said it. I scrambled out of bed into my desk chair, ripping open the letter. Whoa, geez, calm down. It's not going anywhere. Turning away from her, I started to read. Little Blossom, how have you been doing this past few weeks? I'm sorry I haven't found the time to write. Your pa's been working hard lately, and I seem to go right to sleep when I get home. I know things are difficult for you here, and I only hope that you're having a better time where you are now. It isn't the same without you here. I miss your cheeriness, and watching TV with you, and most of all, your pink hair bobbing around the kitchen. Hana, I know you feel bad about the pressure this must be putting on me, but don't. I do this because I love you. There's nothing I want more in this world than your happiness. I miss you, Hana. Be strong. Your papa. My hands trembled. Tears filled my eyes. I reversed the eyes and the hands there for a second. I hadn't written to him since arriving at Asagao, as many times a day as he crossed my mind. I had just been busy with other things. He must be worried sick, and from the sound of things, he was also depressed. I miss my father. I miss my home. I miss helping him. If I wasn't around to cook him breakfast, he almost never ate. He kept saying it was fine, but he was getting older, without Mom there to take care of him. Hana, are you okay? I wiped my eyes on my sleeve. Yeah, I'm fine. I miss my dad. I picked up a pencil and paper and began to write, trying hard to block out the tears. Eventually my turn to her own work and let me be. Dad, I'm doing really great here. This has been the best change of my life. I have a best friend, I have my joy club, I even have a date. You're sacrificed so much to bring me here. I know I hardly gave you any choice with the way things were going. Not spoiled and ungrateful, but you always did whatever was necessary for me. I miss you so much, but thank you. I know this was a huge sacrifice. Please eat well and take care of yourself. Remember, 2 glasses of water in the morning and 1 before bed. And have breakfast. Scrambled eggs are easy to make. I'll smile your face on my ketchup, just like I would if I was there. Last time I lived with Dad, make sure you do it. I miss you. And tell Mom happy birthday. I think I'm getting better at the whole Hana voice thing without sounding like Rosette from Chrono Crusade. Anyway, my chuckled as she watched me nervously adjust my hair in front of the mirror. Hana, you look so cute. You have nothing to worry about. And in case y'all just open up to the Paul episode without knowing what the heck is going on from the routes before this, let us go back to the beginning of the diary. This will be chapter 1, up to the festival of whoever the heck you're dating. Dear Diary, today's the day I finally go to Asagao Academy. I couldn't sleep at all last night. When Dad dropped me off at the train station, he held my hand and stroked my hair. You look like your mother did, he said, but he didn't elaborate. I miss Mom. I miss Dad. But hopefully this will be my fresh start. Okay, so the arrow keys don't advance. Dear Diary, things seemed to go well yesterday. Meaning the first day that she was on the campus. And thank goodness for that. I seem to have somehow made a friend named Mai, and she's really cute. I'm lucky to have her on my side. She seems so popular and kind. Aside from that, I ran into this group of guys called the Normal Boots Club. They're really popular. I wonder whether I could get in with them too. Ooh. After what happened last night, I don't even want to think about what will happen today. Trying to stay positive, but this is referring to the ice cream incident of 2015. The Normal Boots guys seem like a really odd bunch, but I don't mind being around them. It's weird that I get so many stares just for sitting with them at a table. But it's kind of nice to be getting people looking at me with interest instead of with hatred. I wonder how long we can keep this up. A model? Me? Jared must be out of his mind. Referring to the day where Jared showed Hana his dick. He seems to become pretty or something, but that's just not true. I'm definitely not of a high enough caliber to be a model. I'm not tall, my chest is flat, and think about this, just making me miserable. I might as well just throw the card away. Anna, I think we've talked about this whole self-deprecating thing. Seriously? Shane was surprisingly nice yesterday. Talking about the day after the Jared Dick incident. Even though he was such a jerk earlier, I can't seem to pin him down. Does he hate me or not? And if so, why? I think I've got a crush on someone, but I don't think I'm there yet. Someone's piqued my interest, but... Ugh. Are Paul and Jared really friends? They seemed really angry during that fight. All so sincere about being student council president. It must really be really important to him. I never pegged him for playing hard, but it's kind of cute. I mean, why do you think we're going after him? And how can Gerard have such confidence of his IBKs? Watch the Gerard route to find out. I don't even want to talk about Shane. God. Pink-haired girls, bend me backwards. Ugh. Dear Diary, video games are surprisingly fun. I mean, I know I like to play with them when I was a kid, but now I'm wondering what would have happened if I had access to them after I moved. This being the day of the Super and Stomp Sisters tournament. If we weren't so damn poor, would I be competing too? Would I be making them? Of course not. That's silly, but it makes me kind of bitter. I guess I'm glad I'm finally getting to experience them now. I might never have known. And just referring to the day after the mock-up tournament. Is Maya really mad at me? She seems fine now, but it's not my fault that Norwood's guys like me. Or is it? Everything special always happens to me. Maybe Maya's right, and there's something about this main character deal I don't understand. Okay, so Hana is now aware of vaguely of what this whole main character deal is. Okay, good to know. The day after the day X. Why won't people just leave me and my stupid hair alone? What's the big deal? What am I supposed to do about it? There's nothing I can do, even if I want to. Jimmy let slip that he sleeps stuffed animals on his bed at night. I told him about my stuffed rabbit, and we had a heart-to-heart. I never thought someone would understand what it was like, but he did. A tree? John wants me to be a tree? Does he not realize how that feels, or is he just that dumb of a boy? Well, to be fair, we'd make one heck of a cherry blossom tree, according to John. Also, I was listening to radio today, and one of Luke's songs actually played an actual song on an actual radio station by a guy I know. I better get concert tickets when he makes it big. So, and this being the day that Ian discovered her talent. So, gonna get a chance to join Norwood's club. Most people would dream of an opportunity like this, but I'm just scared. I tried to play Double Doom today and I couldn't do it. What if I mess up and we lose because of me? What if I try really, really hard and I still... Stop crying. At least Shane wants to teach me how to do this. Strategy is always. Maybe I do have a chance? Ah, okay, I missed. Wish me luck, referring to let's go ask a guy. I've got a date, oh my god! Referring to now. And let's go. I've wasted enough time. Hana, you look so cute. You have nothing to worry about. I guess so, but I've never been on a date before, so... And you pick Paul as your first? She snorted, applying an extra dash of gloss to her lips. Oh, my looks pretty. He's nice and reliable, even if things get really crazy when he's around. I feel like I can always count on him to make things better. Well, he's no Jared, but I wish you luck. If you've fallen for our president, there's no way I'm gonna hold you back. Fallen? She winked at me. No? Then you're going with him platonically? Dot.
Bingo.
I thought so. It's hard to hear her humming, but she was humming... I think it might have been the Attack on Titan theme, I'm not sure. She hummed happily to herself, but a horrible thought occurred to me, something I hadn't considered until just now. Did Paul know I intended it to be a date? I twisted my yukata in my hands and glanced out our window. Lights of the festival glistened in the distance, and smaller groups of people traveled the grounds towards it. Of course he knew it was a date. Paul wasn't stupid, sure he was a boy. Hey, but he must have picked up on it. Oh, I think I see him coming. I flew to the mirror to double check myself just once, still decent enough, and dashed to the door. You better tell me everything when you get back. I will, promise. And with that, I was out the door. I shuffled nervously down the hallway. It was difficult to walk in my yukata. The fabric restricted the movement of my legs. My sandals tried to jump off my feet at every turn. I made it to the first floor and pushed open the door nervously.
Whoa!
Hana!
Hello.
Guys! Hana, you look
Hey!
amazing! Really good! Josh shot Nick a glare, but Nick didn't seem to notice. Thanks, fancy meeting you here? Paul chuckled. It'll be nice to go as a group for once. These two are more than up for spending the festival with you. I don't know what he's talking about. Josh kicked the ground and Nick rubbed his neck sheepishly. Ah, I swallowed. Yeah, this'll be fun. I was looking forward to it all day. My throat tightened. Smile, Hana, smile, damn it. This was fine too. So he didn't realize it was a date. Who cared? I'll still spend the night festival with him. And with Josh and Nick besides.
Yeah.
Yeah, this'll be fun. So where are we going? I want to take you to the game booth. There's a stall that sells great cakes. Well, there's a bonfire over here. The three stopped and stared at each other. So why not just do everything? Try everything. What? I bit my lip. Mike told me that at the very end of the festival, everyone gathered around the bonfire and celebrated a traditional flower-blooming dance, something that was specific to Higginbana. It sounded fascinating and romantic, and that was what I wanted to do most of all. I looked from Nick, to Paul, to Josh. My heart sunk. There was no way it was going to be possible, not with all of them. No, for the good of the festival, it was my sworn duty to tucker them out before the dance came to pass. I set my chin, staring straight at them. Bring it on! 3 separate hands grabbed my wrists, and like that, I was dragged across campus and into the neighboring fields of Higginbana. Higginbana really was a nice, quaint little town. Primarily the home of the families, not festivals, who owned farms responsible for Asagao's fresh food supply and a healthy population of retirees. There was no need to stir up trouble or have gangs roam the streets. Thank God. If anything, judging from the way the townspeople passed from group to group, the most deadly thing they ever did was gossip and eat fried cheesecake. That sounds rather dangerous. See, they make the flowers into the cakes, and it's totally edible and safe and just the neatest thing if you ask me. I have a friend that could do Josh's voice a lot of justice. Unfortunately, he isn't here. Nick giggled, shooting a look at Paul. He's excited about flower cakes? Isn't it cute?
Yeah!
Maybe it's the Joshelina coming out in him. Is it so hard to believe I can find cakes worth eating? There has to be some kind of good in the world, and I'm almost entirely certain these flower cakes are it. Oh yeah, sure, definitely. I believe you. Josh has found the light. Josh huffed, crossing his arms. You guys are the real reason I'm like this. Of course you giggle, Hana. But your grumpiness is exactly what everyone loves about you. That's why they tease you so much. Yeah, well, I mean... I guess so. That isn't that bad, is it? There are worse things. He paused at the entrance to his sacred cake stall, then turned to me. What do you want? Take anything off the menu. I'll get it for you.
Really?
Exactly. Really? You're usually more stingy in this, Josh. In fact, you still owe me for that coffee 3 weeks ago. Only you would hold that against me. Can I try the green tea sakura cake? Josh pursed his lips in order from the old lady at the stall. She smiled kindly at me, and my heart squeezed. She reminded me a little of my mom. Oh no, don't cry. She held out the cake with a trembling hand, and Josh gently took it. When he paid her, she looked up at him in mild surprise. He put a finger to his lips and shook his head. Then he handed my cake to me. Josh, did you just... Nope, I I did nothing. But as he left us all, the old woman waved joyously at us. The whole time, she hadn't said a word. I bit to the crumbling cake in my palm. Whoa! The cake melted in my mouth, leaving behind a soft perfume and a robust herbal taste. It had a very earthy, very natural feel, but in a way that was sweet and delicious as opposed to disgustingly healthy. Like kale. Once a year. You gotta get this cake once a year. It's tradition for me. Are you done? I wanna go play the games! Josh frowned but said nothing. This time, Nick took the place at my side, skipping happily down the lanes. How any of the boys knew where to go to find what they wanted was beyond me. Every stall looked the same, and the savory smells floating through the air didn't help my distracted mind. Here we are! Nick rounded a corner, and I balked. Crane games?
Right?
Right? They're the best! Nick clapped with glee and pulled out his wallet. I marveled at the fact that the tiny village of Higginbottom somehow managed to gather together enough power strips for an entire block of crane games on the outskirts of town. He approached a large pink number and pulled out several coins. Okay, Hana, I'm gonna need your absolute help. This one's timer goes a little fast, so you need to stand on the side of the machine and tell me how far back to push the crane to get that little puppy there. He pointed at a brown, confused-looking puppy. Can't you see it yourself?
Well...
But the glass is warped, so you can't accurately tell your positioning. It's the oldest trick in the book. I nodded, secretly wondering whether Nick had a gambling habit, and squeezed between the pink machine and another, much hotter red one. Go! Nick pushed the crane forward and to the left, face almost pressed to the glass. Where am I? Go to the right a bit more? Here? Further? Here? Wait, go back a bit. We're almost out of... The crane descended to grab at the lonely puppy's torso. We got it! No, watch. The crane lifted up, and the weight of the puppy's giant head pulled him out of the claw. The claw floated back to the hole, dropping nothing as our prize. Dot, dot, dot. Well, if you two are done with this riveting performance... Again!
Really?
What?
Yeah!
That's the spirit, Hana. In the end, it took Nick $7 to pull that little puppy out of the crane.
Yay!
Wait, we're going from dollars to yen. No. When it finally dropped into the hole, adrenaline shot through my body and I screamed like a banshee, pulling Nick into a giant hug. It's just a stupid puppy.
Hana.
Hana, I won it for you.
What?
What? No, I couldn't. I could have won it without you. Just take it. He shoved it into my hands and took several steps away, taking a sudden but intense interest in a tiny flower on the side of the road.
All right.
Right, to the bonfire then? Bonfire was huge, much bigger than I ever expected. Apparently, the whole town gathered together in the weeks before the festival, selecting trees that already died or in perilous, potentially harmful positions, and cut them down to form this immense fire. I stepped up to it, warming my hands. Now that we were no longer near the stalls, bonfire stalls were a moderate distance away from each other, so as not to potentially kill people, the night chill enclosed us. It was nice to have the fire like a force field, beating the chill back. I see you also enjoy bonfires.
Yeah.
Of course. Who doesn't enjoy seeing the awesome, delicious power of fire? I hate the smell of smoke. Shut up, Josh. I wasn't sure what we were supposed to do by the fire, but it seemed Paul hadn't wanted to do anything. Instead, we stood in a circle, talked about the school, the local legend, anything that popped into our heads. At some point, Josh and Nick found sticks on the ground and started sword fighting, making laser noises with their mouths. Paul and I watched from afar. Not going to join them? Not this time. Their duels are a long-running grudge. There's no way I'm getting involved in that. The battle grew more and more heated. Nick broke Josh's stick, and Josh found a much bigger, sturdier one, almost like a mini-log. No longer able to defend himself, Nick acrobatically dodged his stick with a series of complicated flips and twists It seemed like it should have made it easier for Josh to hit him than harder, but okay, whatever worked. It wasn't until Nick skirted dirt off the ground into Josh's eyes I felt the need to step in. Ow! What the fuck, Nick? Oh. Okay, guys, let's come down here. Josh hurled his mini log blindly towards the sound of my voice, and I shrieked. Paul grabbed me and yanked me out of the way so that instead of hitting me, it hit the edge of the bonfire and was set alight. Oh my god, I'm going blind! Why did... The flames trailed down the log and onto the ground, where the dry grass started to pick up. Fire! Oh my god, fire! Mr. Saitomo, the fourth-year teacher, showed up out of nowhere with a leather jacket and started beating the flames with it. At some point, Miss Shizuka ran up and kicked the log aside so that it wasn't tracking more flames from the bonfire. Between Mr. Saitomo's jacket flailing and Miss Shizuka stomping, the fire was quickly put out. I waved the smoke away from her face, coughing up a storm. Hana, boys. Paul held up his hands in surrender. Understood, we're leaving. Nick pulled Josh up by his arm, apologizing softly for getting carried away. Together, the four of us head back to campus. Nobody seemed particularly bothered by nearly burning down an entire festival and possibly killing hundreds of people. Instead, we stood around in a circle, joking quietly with each other about stupid things. Time passed, and my yawns became more and more frequent. Seeing this, Paul clapped his hands together. I think it's about time we head back, don't you guys? Wrapping up an argument about love triangles and modern romances, I didn't think Nick and Josh even heard him, but the lower half of their bodies turned to walk them to Bluebell House, their eyes never leaving each other's faces. I expected Paul to follow, but instead he dawdled at my side, staring up at the stars. Aren't you gonna head back in with him? Well, while we were going through the festival, it occurred to me that maybe, perhaps, you hadn't wanted me to bring them with me. I laughed half-heartedly and Paul snapped. Called it again, didn't I? No. I mean, I had fun anyways. Even if this wasn't the first day I thought it'd be. I felt stupid for getting so worked up, for getting my so worked up. But as flower festivals went, this was certainly one of the better ones I had. I mean, it was the only one, but... Drums started being in the distance. Bonfire flickered more than usual. And when I looked up, and went, heck, I saw people gathering around it, the beginnings of the traditional dance and swing. I watched them enviously. There's no way I was going back there now. Not after nearly burning down the festival, but that didn't stop me from wanting to join in. Suddenly, a hand wrapped around my waist, another lifting my arm. Oh yeah, I remember this. Oh? Oh, no. Terrible things. Paul chuckled softly, swaying to the beat of the song. Sorry, I accidentally clicked on OBS for a second. Paul chuckled softly, swaying to the beat of the song. It seemed like this was something you wanted to do, was I right? I nodded, blushing horribly. His hand was warm in mine, and it was incredibly hard not to think about how physically close we were to each other. Not just our faces, but our whole bodies. I'd never been so close to a man before. Heavens. Gingerly, I lifted a hand to his shoulder. He smiled when I touched him, gazing deeply into my eyes. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, 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 dot. I looked away. What were people supposed to do when they were dancing with an attractive person? Oh, I think Hana's already developing a crush. Just stare at them? It was way too close for comfort. So Nick and Josh are nice. I winced. I threw out the first thing that popped into my mind, desperate for something to allay the sudden tension. But if anything, it made it worse. Paul chuckled again. Yeah, we've been together for years at this point. They're almost like brothers to me.
Really?
Yeah. We met in film club back in elementary school. Your elementary school had a film club? Yes. He answered the question with such genuine confusion that I instantly shut up. Different worlds. We lived in different worlds. Well, first Nick and Josh were friends. I knew them, but we didn't hang out much. In middle school, Nick and I ended up working together on a project together, and 3 of us and my friend Don, we were inseparable. Don? Don who? Don Mosquito? Yeah, he. We were really close. We made this plan that all 4 of us would attend Asagao together. He got in, but... long story short, his parents refused to send him. Thought we were bad influences, I guess. Paul shrugged, my hand raising with his shoulders. But then we all decided to sit together. We wanted to do some film stuff here, but Asagao really lacked support for the clubs. That was one of the reasons I wanted to become class president. Right now, they can change the rules for clubs without a backward glance, and clubs have to provide their own funding. Apparently, because our parents are rich, Asagao doesn't have to support our extracurricular needs. Paul rolled his eyes. In the meantime, we started continuing the newspaper, and used it for... everything, really. Or we did, right up until the election last year. Now it's more functional and fun, but I guess it's just how things go.
So, you guys really want to work with film?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's our big passion. Or I guess we have lots of passions, but that's the big one. That's one of the reasons why the student council presidency is important to me. Paul jerked his head to the side. I followed his gaze, but he was staring out into the darkness.
Paul.
Paul? The drum stopped. The song's over. I realized that the darkness he was looking at was where the bonfire once stood. They put it out. The festival was over. Paul and I stepped away from each other, and suddenly the cold night air surrounded me. I shivered.
Hey.
You should get inside. Don't want to catch a cold. I nodded. Thank you for this. I don't think you pulled it this year. Ha 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 ha.
Really?
Well then, I'm glad. 1 out of 4 ain't so bad, is it? I shook my head, smiling, and he shooed me inside. That would be a very different Meatloaf song if it was 1 out of 4 ain't bad. Oh no. That doesn't roll off the tongue very well. Alright, so maybe the Flower Festival wasn't exactly what I thought it would be. Maybe it wasn't my first date, but I had my first dance with a guy, and I had a wonderful time. Let's put Nick's plush puppy on my desk, I smiled. I could sell for that. And that kicks off the chapter 2. I believe we went on for long enough, at least. And in case you enjoyed this video, complete with the backstory of how we got up to this point in the game, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.